everybody's going to have something to say. That's the nature of the sport, and that's fine. But I don't buy into or listen. If I were to listen to criticism and everything, I wouldn't be where I'm at today.
Welcome back to the Richard Sherman podcast, and today we have an incredible guest, the starting quarterback for the San Francisco 49ers, the man of the hour, Brock Purdy. Congratulations on your new deal.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it, man.
And congratulations on your new baby girl.
Yes, sir.
How has that been?
It's been awesome. Just to be able to see your own little creation and little baby, and have her just look up at you and take naps together, all the things, man, of being a dad. There's nothing that compares to it.
Nothing at all. Nothing. As a dad of a boy and a little girl, the girls never leave you, by the way. Yep. They love you endlessly, but enjoy the chest time while you can, because they get bigger and then they don't want to lay on your chest anymore.
Yeah.
That's
what I've heard.
And the cheeks that aren't as chubby. My daughter's losing a little bit of chubby in her cheeks, and I'm like, oh my God, no. Like, please, your youth.
Yeah. Stay there.
Stay.
Yeah.
But that's awesome, man. I'm so happy for you. It's such life-changing stuff, but you've remained humble through it all. How has that been? How has the life been this offseason compared to every other offseason?
Yeah, I mean, it's been different. Obviously, you got our little baby, wife being pregnant for the most of offseason, trying to get a contract done. So there's just been a bunch of different pieces moving. But more than anything, man, I think, her and I just trying to stay present, enjoy where God has us in life, and just take it all in. And obviously continuing to work hard, being real with myself from what I saw last year and getting better, finding ways to push myself. But also, this is going to go by so fast. Your career's going to go by so fast and everything. So we're just trying to soak up all the little things, the little moments and little victories and enjoying it. So
yeah, I'm happy to hear that, man. I mean, you looked as good as you ever have at practice today. You guys look like you have an incredible QB room. It's different, though. You got Lombardi now. You had Brian Griese for the last couple of years. How has that change been?
Yeah, I mean, I think two different styles of coaches. Obviously, Brian Griese played the position. He played for 11 years. His dad, obviously, a Hall of Fame quarterback. So he's had this more of, hey, I played it. This is what I saw. I can relate to you by, the situational football. And I learned a lot from his perspective and things. And I think with Mick, he's just really smart. X's and O's. He keeps it black and white. Been with Brady in New England and his tree there, obviously in Vegas, and then now here. And so to pick his brain on what he did with Brady and all the guys there and how he sees the game, man, I love. And he's got so much energy and fire, and he's the kind of coach, man, that is going to push you, not hold it back when it comes to where you need to be better, which I love. But then he also does a great job of building us up as quarterbacks. And so overall, it's been great. Obviously, this season we're gonna have a lot of fun, and I'm excited to work with them.
You got a lot of your weapons back this year, thank God. You got Christian back. He looks very explosive. He looks good. Obviously, they're holding him back and taking care of him. George looks as good as he's ever been. Trent looks amazing. How important is that? Just to start the season, you guys don't have. Fingers crossed, knock on wood, the distractions of the holdouts and all that. You got your contract done, and everybody's just rolling, ready to go. The expectations there, the energy's there. How exciting is it?
Yeah, it's been nice. Get our deals done and whatnot, yes, and now get back to work with all of us, really, George, Fred, myself. And so now for us, we feel healthy, we feel good. Guys are all practicing. Christian looks great. Obviously, not having him last year and what he can do within our offense, man, it's as a quarterback, it's man, would love to have this Hall of Famer in the backfield with me. The way he runs the ball, the way we can split him out, throw him the ball. And then it just opens up other guys too, man, like George and JJ, Ricky Pearsall, all those other guys can now come into their role and play really well. And it's crazy what one guy can do. So having him back and healthy is great. But I think overall we have some new faces and a new really team that we're trying to find our identity right now during this period of time. But it's all guys that have chip on their shoulders, and we got to go prove ourselves, which is a good thing.
Well, one guy that's not new, and that's Kyle Shanahan. He's the guy calling the plays. Talk about the way you guys' relationship has evolved, because I don't know if all the fans know, but there's a lot of input that quarterback and play caller. There's a lot of communication, good, bad, or indifferent. But it seems like you guys have been lock and step the entire step, even through a very tumultuous season last year, a very up and down season. You guys seem like you were a steady force.
Yeah. I think just over the years, man, just continuing to learn from him, how he sees the game, tying everything together, the run game, play action pass to quick game. Like there's all these different intricate details that he knows and remembers from all these years of coaching. And so for him to pour into me and teach me these things, it's been awesome. And obviously I think I'm able to, open up his playbook and his system with how he calls plays, and he can trust me in certain moments. I'm still learning. He's still teaching me. But I think together, man, we've done nothing but trust each other and go through things. I mean, you go from my rookie year to NFC Championship, the Super Bowl year the next year, last year, tough year. Like, we've been through some stuff together, which, I think can be a good thing with a play caller and a quarterback. And it's been nothing but trust, man. So obviously excited for this year with him.
I'm excited too. It just seems like he has a lot of confidence in you, and it shows each and every day, each and every play call. I see the way he pushes the ball down the field and take risks. Do you take that as a badge of honor or a confidence builder, just the way he believes and he kind of just rolls the ball out there and lets you go?
Yeah, I mean, it's been nice. Sometimes I feel like you can see like coordinators, keeping things really simple for quarterbacks, but with him, has been, hey man, like let's see if you can handle it. And I feel like I've shown that, and then it's been, all right, let's take these shots downfield. Let's take an opportunity here. We trust you, Brock, that you're gonna make the right decision. If it's not there, let's check it down. So he's done a good job with that with me, explaining it and not handcuffing me at all, but like, hey, this is how I would call a game against this scheme and defense, and I trust in you, and I know that you can make every throw out there, and let's roll with it. So that's where we're continuing to rise together and trust each other in certain situations. So it's been really good.
Where do you see yourself in this league? I think there's been a lot of lists and all this stuff that comes out about top 4, top 10 quarterbacks, et cetera, et cetera. I think you're one of the best quarterbacks in the National Football League. I think your numbers and your efficiency speaks for itself. But I'm sure you're a competitor like every other competitor. See the noise out there. How do you take that? Do you take it as disrespect? Do you take it as a badge of honor? Do you take it as motivation? I always wondered how you feel about it.
I mean, I've always felt, this like, underdog kind of story. And that's been my story, man, from high school, college to the NFL. But for me, every single year, all that matters, man, is if, I'm leading these guys in this locker room, in this building, in this organization, and they trust me here. That's all that matters. And, we've been able to go and show and prove that what we do here, what I do as a quarterback works. And we've won games. We've been to a Super Bowl. Like, it's worked. And so as long as I just continue to focus on, where God has me and learning with Kyle and Lombardi, all my teammates, and keep having their trust and gaining their trust, that's all that matters. And so everybody's going to have something to say. That's the nature of the sport, and that's fine. But I don't buy into or listen. If I were to listen to criticism and everything, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. So I've had the chip on my shoulder, and I go prove myself right every single year, and so that's just where I'm at.
When was the moment that you knew, like, I could play in this league and I could play at a high level in this league? I remember for me, it was like, one of our corners went down in the game, and they kind of just threw me in there. I was like the fourth corner, and they had to. We didn't have any other choice. And I went out there, and I made a couple of tackles, and I'm covering guys. I'm like, this is easier than practice. Like, I might be okay out here. I'm not overwhelmed. This isn't too fast. It's not too hot. I'm not tired. I'm not overthinking it. I said, this is easier than college for me. When was that moment for you?
I think, at practice and stuff, I was making throws my rookie year, and I was trying to make the team, and I was like, all right, I think I can do it, but this is practice. And so once we got into week 13 against the Dolphins, Jimmy went down. My first third down pass was like a little 5-yard out to Christian on third down, and I completed it on the sideline. And in that moment, I was like, dude, this is football. I've been doing this my whole life. And during the game, I feel like it's a little bit more slower, actually. Everything seems open. You can see better. Practice sometimes is so hectic. You're trying to get different looks and whatnot. But in the game, in that moment, on that drive, I was like, man, I've been doing this my whole life. We went down. We scored. There was a 2-minute drill right before half. We were just executing, and I was just throwing and going through my reads. And I was like, I can do this. And sure enough, we went on a run that year, my rookie year. But I think it was those two drives right there, week 13, 2022.
Bro, it was cool. Nothing says summer like long days, clutch plays, and firing off a few bets on the game, all with DraftKings Sportsbook. As the season heats up, so do the bets. And DraftKings Sportsbook has you covered with live betting, home run props, odds boosts, and more. Whether you're chasing dingers or jumping in mid-game,
there's always action to be had. Never bet on baseball before? It's easy. Pick a guy to go yard, hammer some live odds mid-game, or just ride with your squad and hope for the best. No spreadsheets, just vibes and dingers. Here's something special for first-timers. New DraftKings customers can bet $5 and get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the promo code Richard. That's code Richard for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours.
When the moment's not too big for you and you come out there and just execute and just play the game, some of the layered throws, though, that you put out there, I'm like, I don't, because I've never played quarterback. I've only played corner, so everybody's like, man, you got to know how it feels. Only people know how it feels to be an NFL quarterback are NFL quarterbacks. So just because we're out there with them doesn't mean we see the game the same. How hard is it to especially some of those throws to Juwan last year, it looks like you're getting it over the fingertips of a guy, dropping it down. Explain it to me. Because I'm watching it and I'm like, I played football a long time and I'm still not knowing how he's getting there. I can't see him from the angle they're showing the catch. I can't see you throwing it.
Yeah.
I just see the ball pop out and drop down. And I'm like, bro, one day I want to ask him how it is to make those throws, and please.
Yeah, I think, man, it's just years of playing, throwing certain routes, understanding coverages and stuff. And then like JJ, BA, Christian George, like just getting reps on reps, and I know where they're going to be. And yeah, dude, I've said this before, there's times where you can't see, there's guys up in your face, but you know that it's there. You know that this is the right look, and regardless of a defensive line getting pushed up or a linebacker getting his hand up, I know that if I just get this over this tall human being who's going to jump really high at the right time on this first hitch, then JJ is going to be right behind him and just drop it right in there. So it's just reps and understanding what I'm looking at, being prepared for certain coverages and things. But yeah, it's just the feel of the game, man. Playing all my life, I've been playing it, so right. Sort of hard to explain. But
no, you explained it really well. What's your motivation at this point? You got the big money. You've been to Super Bowls. You got a great team. What's propelling you? For me, it was always that underdog role. It was always that lack of respect. Even when I had great stats, I had the numbers, we had Super Bowls, we had great defense, we're number one, top 100, I'm like 7 or 8, and it's like, but I still don't feel it. I still don't feel like I'm respecting. I feel like the disrespect was always greater than the appreciation I got, and it always fueled me. So I always felt like my gas tank was full, and I go out there and I'm like, I got to prove them wrong, and it's like, well, you're number one corner in the league. It's not really people to prove on, but somehow in this psychotic mind, I always felt like I had something.
Yeah, you have to. Whether it's true or not, like you have to tell yourself, like, dude, I was drafted last. I'm Mr. Irrelevant, like that whole thing. But that fire that I came into my rookie year with that chip on my shoulder, trying to show those guys on the field, my teammates, the defense, like, hey, like I'm made for this, and just reminding you of yourself of that, and every single year. And for me, I'm a faithful man. I believe that God created me to be a competitor, to be a leader. And just because we got to the Super Bowl or I got a contract, that doesn't mean like for me, it's the next season, man. It's how can I go lead these boys today for this practice, for this game coming up, this season. Like there's this drive of, I still got to go show and use my talents that God's blessed me with to go show him, my teammates, that like I'm this competitor that you can rely on. And so it's pushing myself every single day. It's not being content. It's being comfortable with being uncomfortable. Like it's always this uneasy feeling that I can get better. So it's where I'm at daily and still pushing myself.
You're doing a great job, and you're inspiring a lot of kids who are in similar situations where they're underdogs and the world's against them, and the world doesn't think they're the tallest or the fastest or this, or they're the prototype for this, and they know that they can. They know that it's possible, and it's possible to play at the highest level and to execute the way you have. It's really remarkable. Do you have a favorite play of your career so far?
Favorite play in my career? I honestly, there was one. I think it was the not NFC Championship game, the game before against the Packers. It was like we didn't play the best on offense, but we needed this drive at the end of the game to to go up, and it was a third down play, and it was Brandon Aiyuk over the middle. We call it Gucci, and it was a 6-step slant crossing the nickel's face. It was man-to-man, and it was in time. I threw it on plant. BA turned at the right time. It was tight coverage. The DB reached across. We got the ball there. It was a diving catch. I was like, bro, boom, we get the first down. I was like, all right, we're staying on the field. And then from there, we won the game. We won the NFC Championship game after that. We got to the Super Bowl. But it's like that play, if that play didn't happen, man, none of that, the NFC Championship comeback game, getting to the Super Bowl, that wouldn't have happened. And those are the things I remember. Like, I love that stuff. I live for it. And so that was probably one of my favorite plays.
Oh, that was a great play. I remember that drive. I also remember the defense making a play the next drive. I love this game, and it's a game of inches, and sometimes you forget those moments get lost in it, and people just remember the results. They're like, oh, yeah, they beat them, and they went here, and they went here. But without those plays, it'd be a different – I really appreciate you joining me, and I appreciate you taking the time. I know it's training camp and a lot of things going on. Congratulations on everything. Help your wife out. Wake up sometimes and feed the baby, because that goes a long way, I promise you. Happy wife, happy life. Best advice I ever got.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you.
Cool, man.
Appreciate
Yes,
you.
sir. Thanks for having me, man.
Yes, sir.
Honor, dude. Grew up watching you, Richard, and you talking about, like, this is crazy. So, and all the guys here, I know I told you this locker room, dude, is nothing but respect. Like, Richard Sherman was the man.
I appreciate
George,
that.
all the guys said it. So,
I got nothing but love and respect for you, and I'll keep cheering for you and keep rooting for you always.
Yeah, man.
All love.
Sir.